Hello there. This is the storyteller. Today I'm back with more and more news about the crazy misandrists running around the art industry. And today's latest victim is definitely Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is the guy who played Jack Sparrow in all those Pirates of the Caribbean movies since 2003. And a pretty good favorite of mine too. But the latest news is about Johnny Depp slapping Amber Heard, his ex-wife, with a $50 million defamation suit as she severed his finger. Oh boy, she severed his finger. Now, who is Amber Heard? As much as I remember, she used to be a girlfriend of Elon Musk. Boy, Elon Musk must be really laughing right now. I mean, he completely protected himself from this crazy woman. That's for sure. I don't know if he married her or something, but anyway, Elon Musk has been retired from this Amber Heard controversy. But Johnny Depp is in. Johnny Depp is... I'm reading from this article from Jakarta Post. Back in 2016, many became invested in the domestic abuse charges against Johnny Depp. According to Amber Heard's testimonies of the incident, her ex-husband had hit her with photos to support this. And at one point, she took a video film of him flinging a wine glass in a fit of rage. She said that this would happen when Johnny would lose his temper and would lash out on her, verbally and physically. Naturally, people rallied behind Amber. Oh, she's a woman. She is a victim. And condemned Johnny's actions, despite claims from his ex-wife, Vanessa Paradis. Johnny's ex-wife, Vanessa Paradis, and best bud, Doug Stanhope, that he would never hurt a woman. It even went as far as calling Amber a gold digger and a liar, which was below the belt and disrespectful to other victims of domestic abuse. Oh my God, it is disrespectful to other victims of domestic abuse. Okay, I don't understand this. This Jakarta Post must be one of those SJW websites, but at least it's going into this case. Let's continue on this. It's been almost 3 years. 3 years since the case, and the divorce was settled in court. So why are we talking about it again in 2019? Well, it's because people are changing sides after Johnny Depp filed a $50 million defamation case against Amber and has presented evidence that he was allegedly on the receiving end of the abuse. So here's a proof that he has brought that says that he was the victim and not Amber Heard. And everybody is changing his sides. Why are they changing their own sides? The problem is that in today's PC culture, everybody is taking sides by just looking at it on the internet. Oh, somebody has written this on the internet, this must be true. But there are no photos, there are no direct compilation of videos or anything. There is the justice should be done by the law, not internet trolls. That should be the rule. If you want to bring a criminal to justice, you grab him and take him to the law, to the police officer. But our internet culture is that, oh, defame this guy so much that all of his connections are cut off. that all of his fans, they defame him and they call him abusive and they defile his whole career. And this is how this world has become today. Internet is nothing but now poison. Now, let's continue on this. If you are just as shocked and confused as we are, here's what went down. Amber Heard talked about the domestic abuse in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed. Of course, 2018 was the METOO year. METOO, the biggest scam of crazy women who think everybody is a harasser. Oh, you asked me for a date? Oh, you're a harasser. 2018 Washington Post op-ed, which prompted Johnny's defamation lawsuit against her. The op-ed depended on the certain central premise that Miss Heard was a domestic abuse victim and that Mr. Depp perpetrated domestic violence against her. The complaint read, it also stated that all of Amber's claims were, in quote, categorically and demonstrably false, unquote. And that there are testimonies from two separate police officers, third-party witnesses, and 87 newly obtained surveillance footage that could refute her. There is so much evidence against this woman, Amber Heard, that she can't really say anything. So, Johnny Depp is now filing the defamation suit based on all of this proof that he has collected in past 3 years. The lawsuit also listed down incidents of Amber's alleged abuse since the start of their marriage, including punching and kicking, as well as staging her attacks. Oh boy, somebody save men from these women who can stage their attack. I mean, I have seen some videos where this can be done, and these women they beat each other themselves up at certain places to make their skin redder, and they show that to the police officer. Oh, I have been brutally beaten up. Please arrest my husband. Okay. The blast managed to obtain a photo of Johnny's black eye, which was allegedly caused by Amber after he was late for her 30th birthday dinner on April 20th. So Johnny was late on her birthday and she punched him on the face. Where did that come from? You punch somebody on the face when somebody is late. April 21, 2016. Well, at least her birthday doesn't come on April 1, because she is definitely an April Fool. Another instance detailed her throwing a vodka bottle at Johnny. Oh my, vodka bottle on Johnny, resulting in a hand injury. TMZ reported on something similar in 2016 when the actor accidentally sliced his finger and allegedly wrote Billy Bob on a mirror, who he accused Amber of cheating with. Billy Bob? Back then, it was reported that he was injured while abusing his then wife. This gets messier. The court documented noted that Amber was previously arrested for violent domestic abuse and having confessed under oath to a series of violent attacks on Mr. Depp. Oh boy. It added that she allegedly staged all of this to advance her career. As of writing, the case has yet to be settled and Amber and her team are still standing by their initial accusations. But should we really be uncanceling Johnny after this? We can't say for sure since his claims aren't proven true in court yet. Plus, Joel Mandel, who was one of Johnny's managers, said that he was informed by health staff and security of the actor's violent ways as well. Even if Johnny was abused by Amber, it's possible that he would have fought back. It's still going to be a bad look for both of them. If it does come down out that Amber did lie about the abuse, this shouldn't stop us from believing and supporting those who have experienced this. This is not me telling this. This is the Jakarta Post writers telling this, that you should believe the women. No, you should believe the evidence. You should believe the evidence and alibi that somebody has beaten her up, that her husband, the person who has beaten the woman, was at home, and you should collect alibis around the house. That's how you prove that the man has beaten the wife. That proves the domestic abuse, not this believe women, believe women. Quoting sports writer Lena Bliet's tweet, Lena Bliet is tweeting about this thing, about Amber Heard. She's the exception, not the rule. Most domestic violence reports are not fabricated. This is a fact. Yes, most domestic violence reports are not fabricated. This is a fact. Okay, if most are not fabricated and this is a fact, then we should also remember that most men are men and most women are women. Then that should be also a fact, but of course that would not be acknowledged by you. I think let's see what happens with this whole Johnny thing. There's last one little comment. I am not sure whether we should be uncanceling Johnny after this or not. However, I am sure Amber Heard deserves all of bad things Johnny has suffered through 3 years. It is fair. See, I'm not saying what is fair, what's unfair, but you should let the court do its job. You shouldn't go out there calling anybody a sexist, misogynist, blah, 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 Nazi and all that. You should let them have their career. Ostracizing people because they had a minor case, this is absolutely fascist. This is fascist. This is fascism in our existence. We need to get rid of this outrage culture. This is the Storyteller. Next time we will have more cringe, more reviews. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and comment on the video. And peace.